inside, maybe a little quaking in the knees, like a little babe who's never really done anything before? Well, do I have the video for you? Welcome to our training video 101 for grinder care and more. To begin our grinder care, at every close, we're going to do this routine. We'll need a couple tools first. The first tool is going to be this handy dandy Expo marker. And what we're going to do is we're going to check off the list of grinder care instructions as we go. And that makes sure we're not forgetting anything. Hey Abby, where's the checklist? Hey guys, it's in the binder. So we're going to start with that. And we're also going to use this nice square brush. He hangs out with us all day, but it's really important at the end of the night to get rid of all the grinds around and on the grinder before we wipe it down. Then, to wipe it down, I have a clean rag. You can do an initial wipe with an already used rag, but we really want to get it nice and shiny with a clean rag. And lastly, we're going to have a cup. Really any size cup will do. I like the 12 because it fits everything nicely. So grinder number 1, we're going to close the hopper flap. So that's this here. And we're going to show some love to this grinder by caring for it the same way. So we'll do each one at the same time. We're going to pull this out, and that actually closes the hopper flap in here. Next, we're going to grind out the beans into the cup. So it'll originally be on this setting, 18. If you go up, it's a split shot. But if you go down to this one here, you can put your cup under and press the top button. So it says you can press here. And that. Similarly, when we empty out the grinder hopper here for the beans left over, you can click this button here to automatically start it grinding out. After grinding out the beans, I'm going to take this small brush. The brush type may vary depending on when you're watching this video, but there always should be a small brush. I'm going to keep my cup underneath the ground chute here, which is right here, and I'm going to make sure I'm getting, see how much came out there? Make sure I'm getting these out from being caked in there. Moving back to the regular grinder, I'm gonna take out this chute right here. So we have a one that we're not taking off, this chute, and then this one can click in and pull out easily. So we're gonna pull that out, and you can see, perhaps, that there's a lot of oil and caked on ground in there. So what we're actually going to do is have us wash this every night, making sure to get the caked on oil and ground out. We're going to remove both hoppers and put the beans into an airtight container so that they don't absorb moisture from the air in the night. Where you can find these airtight containers is going to be under here, and we can pull them out. They're labeled for if they're regular or if they're our sunset decaf. And I will show you how to take the hoppers out. All right, so for the regular grinder, we're gonna take off the lid and we're going to untwist it. Super easy, super simple. Keep the hopper in place so these beans don't come rushing out. And then we're going to dump the beans into the hopper. Next, we're going to take our nice and clean rag. And we're going to wipe out the hopper. This just gets rid of any debris and any oils that want to start to build up. You don't need to do it with a damp rag, but a clean rag. Then I'm going to set this aside and do the same with my decaf. For the decaf grinder, there is one extra step. It's not as easy as a twist. So you're going to take a tiny little baby cup, and there's 3 nuts. They're all going to be really easy to untighten. So just by hand tightening. But the most dangerous part about this is that they can get lost. They're so tiny. So we're gonna take them in our nice Stillhouse cup and put them in. Next, we're going to take off the lid. And all you have to do is just lift straight up off of those screws and put it in decaf. Airtight. Same idea, we're gonna take our nice clean rag and wipe off the oils. Our next step is to vacuum out the beans that are left over here. A new vacuum is coming that will fit really nicely in here. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I won't show you. Our last step is to do a clean of the exterior. I'm gonna take my nice and mostly clean rag now and get it damp so that I can get all of the grounds off. One area to pay special attention to is these hands here, these arms of the regular espresso machine and the decaf, because there's going to be a lot of caked on grounds here that'll be really hard to get off if you don't pay attention to them every night. Why we're doing this is so that we can care for our machines really well, because they're expensive and delicate and we really need them for good business. And also it's for integrity and like boosting our teammates as they come in the next morning and want to prepare great coffee and love our neighbors through this excellent experience. And so we get to be a part of that as the closing team by caring for our grinders every night. Next, we're going to do a brief overview of our breakdown of the bar. We're going to go over what to wash, how to wash it, and some techniques that are helpful for maintaining a nice, shiny espresso machine. We want to make sure we're all on the same page, all cleaning in unity, and carrying this responsibility well. Okay, to start, we're going to clean our group head, our portafilter of any grounds, and then we're going to start by removing the basket. So this metal thing is called a basket, and we're going to set her down and check if we have any of these caked on coffee grounds. So any of the superficial coffee grounds we're going to take with a damp, clean rag and wipe down so that they come off. Then we're going to detach this bottom spout here, just like that. There's a little lip here. I'm gonna set this down, and we're gonna do the same thing here. Next, we're going to tackle the portafilter body. So one thing that's helpful, once we've gotten rid of the grounds under here and cleared it just enough, we're going to run it under and get that hot water to loosen up some of the ground stuck on the body, and that should get us started. And you can do a last wipe just to get anything else off. And then set it aside. Next, we're going to start a Puro bath. We're going to take this clean, rinsed out cup, and we're going to sprinkle about 1/4 teaspoon in the bottom of it. Maybe that's a little more, a little less, but keep it about there. And then we're going to take it to the hot water spout over here and fill it up. From there, it should look nice and frothy and mixed in. And we'll take our clean, wiped off components and set them in here for 5 minutes. And same with our portafilter head. If you're doing multiple at a time, you'll have to take turns putting these in the bath. But this is really gonna help get this like brown caked on stuff. So we got the superficial stuff, but it's important that we get the little stuff that's gonna build up over time and make it not work very well. So we'll just put it in, not beyond the handle. So I'll just fill it up a little bit more so it's all the metal, but we don't wanna soak the plastic. Next, we're going to grab this nice little key that will fit into this screw under here so that we can get our screen out. So we can just fit it here, unscrew, we'll talk about retightening these, but you only need to do it just enough that there's resistance. I'm using this rag because it's really hot and I can now unscrew it with my fingers. Using this fantastic little cup that we've saved from the grinders, I'm gonna take the little screw that lives in the screen and put it in there so we don't lose it. Next, we're going to do the same process here. Take our screen and give it a nice wipe. Then we're going to take our nice espresso brush and start a flow of water. And I like to get water here and really scrub in the gaskets. This is important, and you can use it to scrub where the screen lives as well to get any of those excess grounds off. You can scrub around, but this is an important step. Back flushing, you're gonna take this blind, tap it right in, do the same amount, tap in 1/4 teaspoon, it's a little less, 1/8 teaspoon maybe. Then taking our nicely scrubbed and group head with no filter in it, we're gonna tighten it just like we would an espresso shot and press these two here until it clicks on and the middle starts off. It should say it's clean cycle for the next 75 seconds. For the sake of time, I'm gonna show you the next step in the next group head. So with the screen off, I'm going to put it in with no cleaning solution as a rinse once our first cycle is done. And you do the same thing. So there's a total of 2 flushes as we to complete 1 full back flush at night. So this shoots the cleaning solution back through, gets rid of all the oils and buildup so that our shots are always nice and clean. After reassembling the way you broke it down, we're going to store our portafilters in or on the machine overnight. But the key is to not over tighten them. So I'm not pulling it like as if I was pulling a shot, but I'm tightening it just barely to resistance, so it's gonna stay in all night, but not so tight that it's gonna warp our gaskets. And last thing, before you say goodnight to your espresso machine, I want you to press these 2 buttons and hold them, because that'll turn it into eco mode, which means that it's not off, but that it's gonna save energy through the night. All this to say, we want to care for our machines really well because we are here to steward them well, and we also want to care for our neighbors, like our coworkers. They're our closest neighbors, and so by cleaning our grinders well and our espresso machine with care, we're lifting up our neighbors and caring for them well and maintaining a standard of like really good coffee that always tastes clean and nice.